Okay, so I've been 3D printing all of these little minis. I love these. A little schoolgirl that I designed. There's Tifa from Final Fantasy, and this samurai, and this demon creature that has a really cool spiral whip thing. But I haven't painted that many of them. Back here I've got a Captain America that I painted. But I need to paint some more. So I have been using this airbrush, which I got over the last summer, I think it was. And it works pretty good. I'm happy with it, but it has the compressor built into the handle down here, and it's a little bit awkward to hold. So I agreed when I was offered to check out another one. It says Next Box Over ERA Intelligent Auto Airbrush, Auto Stop, Auto Start, Auto Protection. I'm not sure what that means. It says fast charging. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much all that's on the box. Let's take a look at. I've got the Amazon page pulled up here. Find some info. It says 32 psi airbrush kit, rechargeable multi-function dual action airbrush set with compressor for painting, portable airbrush set for makeup, cake decor, model coloring, nail art, tattoo. That's a very long name. Okay, but also let's open it up and see what's in it. The price is $74.99, and right now there is a coupon for 10% off. That is just on the Amazon page. Okay, so let's open this up. I'll use one of the knives that I made in my last video. Hopefully this will work. Yeah. Alright, that should be good enough. Okay, got a instruction manual, or manual instruction, as it says. Before you use your Meat Tube box, please read this operation manual carefully to avoid or to obtain the best use from your airbrush. Okay, now I'll have to make sure to do that. So here, this one has a separate compressor. Take the plastic off of that. Okay, doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but I believe it has some lights that appear on the top. Set that aside. This, I'm gonna guess, is accessories. This part got a little mushed. Okay. Oh, got there's some various cups to attach for paint, so we'll have different sizes of those. We've got a lid. Okay, another lid. Small cup and lid. And yeah, different sizes of cups. And I'm throwing them on the floor. Okay. We'll get that later. Okay. And not sure what this accessory is. We'll have to look it up. Okay, and so let's get out the main airbrush itself. There we go. Might be something else in there. Okay, so we got a hose, like a nice soft rubbery hose, and the brush. Okay, so yep, I can see it is dual action. I can press it in and pull it back, and we have the adjuster on the back. Pretty standard looking. It says Dovet on it, or ex-Dovet. It's the brand name, I guess. Anything else in here? Okay, we've got some accessories for cleaning, little pipette, and a tiny wrench. Okay, and we have a USB power cord. It is USB 3 Type C, so that'll be for charging the compressor. Alright, so got everything unboxed, nothing else in here. So, let's see how it works. Okay, I've got it all put together, and I got my little cardboard box paint spray booth here. And I figured out what that piece that I didn't know what it was. It holds the airbrush on there. Okay, so we got the box, the compressor here, and the instructions say to turn it on by pressing the power button for 2 minutes, or 2 seconds, I mean. So you might look at it and say, okay, well, I don't see a power button. The thing is, these are all touch buttons up here, but there's nothing telling you where they are until it's already on. So I happen to know that it's right in this area. There we go. And so it's nice here. It gives you the power level. It gives you the battery level. You can choose 4 different power settings by just tapping here. And it'll cycle through and go back to power 1. And I've got the hose connected to the brush. And when you press the button in, the compressor turns on. And then, of course, you can pull back to actually start spraying. So, I thought to start, I've got this Deadpool bust that I did a long time ago now. But, yeah, I never got around to painting him, so we thought we'd start off with that guy. And over here, I've got some black primer and a little white primer. And I'm going to be using those to add a little preliminary lighting on him. So let's start off with the black. Now, I believe this primer does not need to be diluted. See how thick it is. Yeah, it's a little thick. I might want to put some water or alcohol in there. Okay. Okay, I've got a little bit of alcohol. I'm going to put a few drops of that in there. Okay. Set that aside. Okay, and so I've got a little paintbrush, just going to mix it up. If I had realized you had to mix this, I probably would have done it in a little cup first and then poured it in. But, yeah, oh well. So, let's give it a spray. Move this compressor out of the way. Turn it up to the highest level. Okay, so I've been painting, but I made a little bit of a mistake. I was using this primer, and it turns out this primer is good for a 0.5 millimeter nozzle, and this actually has a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. So it started clogging up the nozzle, and it just wasn't painting very well at all. So I ended up using some of this Army Painter primer and primed it, and then I did what I was going to do with the primers is I painted it all black just with regular acrylic paint, and then I painted with white to have some lighting coming just from this direction. So now I'm going to be starting with the red, and we'll mix some of that up. And this is just really cheap craft store paint I got from Michael's. You can get these bottles for like $1, and they last for a long time. Okay, I'm going to mix in some distilled water. And that was another issue that I was having, is that in my last video with the airbrush, someone suggested using alcohol. And it turned out the alcohol was really just making the paint was getting all blobby, and that was also clogging it up. Oops, now I just got paint all over me. Alright. The problem with these little solo cups is they have a ridge on the bottom and the stirrer catches on it. Okay, let's get that fully mixed up. Make sure it's like a milky consistency, which looks pretty good. Maybe add a little bit more paint. Okay, checking the consistency. Looks pretty good. Put that in. There's a lot. I hope I didn't make that too full. Okay, power this on. And bring this out of the way so I don't get paint on it. And let's go. Okay. Okay, well, that's going to take several more coats. That there. And I'll keep on painting, and I'll be back when he's done. Okay, so here's what I did with the Deadpool bust. I did all the red with the airbrush, and then I did a little bit of black and white just with a hand painting with a regular brush. But yeah, I think he came out pretty good. I still have a lot of details to do, but I didn't want to cover up all the nice airbrush work until after the video is over. But yeah, I had a good time with him. It was fun. It's a good time to get into painting again. So with the airbrush, I really liked it. It's nice to not have the big bulky battery and air compressor underneath. So you can really, hold it more like a regular pen, and then it's still portable because you can easily carry this with you. The battery lasted a pretty good amount of time. It's all of the painting I did in this video was done on one charge, and let's see how much is left. See if it shows. 24% is left, so that's not bad. And I found that it doesn't take that long at all to charge it. I think they said a half an hour for a 0 to 100%, but I usually give it a quick top off, top it up before it gets to that point. So it takes even less time. But yeah, so it's a really good airbrush. I'm happy with it. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I enjoyed it. That's it. We'll leave links underneath for where you can check this one out. It is, I believe, $74.99 on Amazon, but there is I think it's 5% discount coupon right now. That may not last, though. But yeah, that's really had a good time with it. I'm going to finish painting him. So check out Instagram or Twitter. I'll be posting pictures of him when he's done. Alright, so thank you, and if you liked this video, please hit the like, and if you found it really helpful, please consider joining on Patreon, or just clicking the thanks button underneath the video. Alright, I'll see you next time.